back to the Dower Diaries, and thank you for being with us. If you're new here, we hope you'll like our content and want to subscribe. Today, we are showcasing some easy DIY projects to elevate your Christmas decor without breaking your budget. We all know those beautiful baubles and decorations from Arhaus, Burke Decor, McGee & Co., Anthropologie, but some of those decorations can get really pricey, and what better way to personalize your decorations than making them yourself? For our DIYs today, we'll do some ball ornaments from the popular stone look to aged metallic. We'll create some festive ball topiaries, upcycle some old galvanized metal houses, and give an aged look to some brand new bells purchased from Hobby Lobby. So let's put on some festive music and get to DIYing. For today's ornaments, we purchased some plastic ball ornaments from Hobby Lobby ranging in sizes. You can definitely use ornaments you already own to make these even more cost-effective. For these first Arhaus dupes, we used two different colors. The first was metallic oil rubbed bronze by Krylon with bleached stone textured spray paint over the top. The other colors we used were Deep Espresso in satin by Behr with a mineral brown textured spray on top. We began by giving the ornaments a first coat and let dry for about 30 minutes. We had a really nice day and the paint was drying fast. We did a second coat of the first color and again allowed to dry for about 1 hour. We then applied our final textured spray coat and let dry overnight. Here we are applying the Deep Espresso and the Mineral Brown textured spray. Here's the finished product. I think they turned out amazing. Just know that whatever color combination you use, it will change their look accordingly, so these can be customizable to your decor. These next ornaments were painted with various colors. We used aged gray chalk paint by Behr, soft iron metallic by Behr, and metallic gold by Krylon. We first applied a base coat, 2 coats for each color, of metallic gold to half of the ornaments, and the other half were painted with 2 base coats of gray chalk paint, allowing to dry between each coat. Corey then used the soft iron metallic paint to spray a heavy coat over various gold and gray ornaments and used his latex glove to create patterning similar to marble. If you mess it up, just add more spray paint and do it again. On these next set of ornaments, we sprayed them down with water, creating droplets that we then spray painted over. When the droplets pop, it will leave the undercoat showing through, which gives the ornament an aged appearance. As you can see, it really creates a unique look, and the best part is that it's super easy to do. Corey also painted a few of the ornaments with the tried and true method of acrylic paints and baking soda. We used various colors we had on hand, ranging from tans to browns and a few metallic colors. Just go with whatever you have on hand. I promise they will look amazing. All the ornaments, we spray painted the tops with the metallic oil rubbed bronze to give them a more aged appearance than that shiny silver that they were when we bought them. And here are the finished ornaments. They all turned out so unique and beautiful, and I love them. unfinished wooden ball ornaments are from Amazon and come 6 to a box. They really are meant for painting, but I wanted them stained to have a wood look, and I chose the color Jacobean by Minwax. Be sure to use gloves for all of these projects. As Corey noted, he was worried they would be too dark and not show the wood grain because the raw wood really soaked up the stain. But I loved the color, and if the color is too dark for you, just choose a lighter stain. I feel like these little wooden ornaments are going to add beautiful texture to my tree this year, and I can't wait to decorate. This next project is an upcycle of some galvanized metal village houses that I've had. They were all the rage a few years back, but they no longer fit with my decor. And instead of giving them to Goodwill, I decided to give them a new life. I saw the brass manor house on Arhaus's website and thought, hey, we can make these little houses look like that. We started off by painting them with the gold metallic paint, but I quickly realized that the base needed to be darker, so we switched to the bronze paint. After allowing that first coat to dry, we went in with the gold metallic paint again. Once they dried, I realized I just wasn't really happy with their overall appearance and decided some rub and buff would do the trick. They just really needed some aging, so I used a mix of ebony and European gold to achieve the look. I pounced the color on with a sponge instead of rubbing it to give it a layered appearance. And each one of these houses had a different roof, so they all had a unique appearance. And here are my finished Arhaus brass village house dupes. I think they look just simply amazing and are probably one of my favorite Christmas decorations this year. This next project was actually just something I happened to see while I was online looking for inspiration for the holidays, Anthropologie had this golden orb that they had used to make a topiary out of, and I thought, I can do that for way cheaper than what that orb cost and get a similar look for less. You'll need for this project an orb, a planter, floral foam, fairy lights with a remote, moss, fake snow, and a wooden skewer. I had most of these items already on hand. I found gold orbs which were made out of vine from the at-home store. There were 3 of them in a pack and they cost $16.99. We cut the foam to fit into the planter and also made a long slit in the center piece to allow for the battery pack of the fairy lights to be placed inside the planter. Note, the remote does work, but you really have to move it around to get the signal to catch once the entire project is put together. I purchased these lights from Amazon. We fed the fairy lights into the orb, and now you can find pre-lit globes pretty much anywhere, so if that is more of what you like, then just know you can use those too. I'm just not sure how you would keep it attached to the moss because those globes have a switch at the bottom, and we glued our orb down to keep it secure. We then placed the floral foam around the wire of the fairy lights and secured it in place. I didn't want this to be permanent in this planter because I wanted to be able to use it again in my decor once the holidays were over, because I usually have a live plant in it. We used a wooden skewer we had on hand to keep the ball in place, but we also glued it down later. I then began gluing down the moss. I used 2 different kinds, but totally up to you. Make sure to drape some over the sides to give it a more realistic effect. The final touch was adding some fake snow, which I think Corey was having fun with. And here's our finished topiaries. I think they turned out really well. I think they'll be the perfect way to add some light to a dark space for the holidays. So I bought these new bells from Hobby Lobby, intending to use them in my Christmas tree this year, but I didn't like the finish on them, so I decided to give them an aged effect with some rub and buff. I used autumn gold, European gold, and ebony for this project. I first started with the autumn gold because it has a rose gold undertone and gives the bell a copper look. I then took the ebony and added it to the ridging and in other strategic places just to give it a more aged appearance. After that, I just used a mixture of ebony and European gold to give them an overall aged quality. It wasn't until later that I realized if I pounced the color on, it gave a much better appearance. So I went back and did them all with the pouncing technique as opposed to just brushing it on. I think they turned out amazing, and I can't wait to put them in my tree. I don't think anyone would guess that I bought them from Hobby Lobby instead of an antique store. And that wraps up our DIY video for today. We hope you found some inspiration and new ideas on how to transform some old Christmas decor you may have, or ways to create unique and one-of-a-kind ornaments to make your tree extra special this year. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like and a share. If you are new, please subscribe to our channel and help support us here on YouTube. And don't forget that bell notification. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to be here with us. We'll see you all Sunday for a new Christmas Decorate video. Until then, many blessings.